Greetings and much blessings. In regards to emotions, think of it as this. Emotions is just simply electric motions. Emotions. So the motions are electric. Yes. And there's two ways of looking at this. So as of late, I've been uploading a lot of videos about connections and activations based on those connections. All of this requires some type of electric current. With that said, think of that current as you being current. So basically, someone that's not current with you, that person is not being very direct with you. So if they're in the past, they're not in the current. Therefore, they're not being a current with you. That's like a bad vibe, if you ask me. And bad vibes actually do give you cancer. That's why even now, you can't even be exposed to certain ultraviolet rays for too long because of that being a certain vibe that you can't be around that's harmful and toxic and radioactive for your body. You can't be around it too long. It's going to poison you. So people's bad vibes can come off as radioactive too. All of this affecting your emotion. Now let's look at this. You know, in work, like when you are going through orientation, let's say they have you look at a safety video in regards to the way your body must move safely when you have to lift things in order to less the likelihood of an injury. These different power positions per se that you learn about through that orientation. Now, look at it from this standpoint of what I call a spiritual power position. All of this involving your emotion. Basically, the key to this is efficiency. Just like in that orientation, it's all about efficiency in order to minimize injury. So the same is so with the spiritual side. You want to be efficient. How do you do things efficiently? Less is more, less effort, more output, more efficiency. The current can surge. There's not a shortage per se in the cord. There's not anything blocking that current from surging. It's efficient. So you have to make sure there isn't a blockage, there isn't a shortage, there isn't a severance of that connection in some way, shape, or form. Everything should be simple between you and that individual or your environment or your situation. There shouldn't be complications. There may be things that are, things that lie ahead per se that could present itself to be a challenge, but you will be well equipped for that challenge. So you'll get through it effortlessly, or you will endure. So even with that said, if you having a connection with someone, it must be durable because you two have this efficient way of connecting with each other. You're current. You're not in the past. They're not dwelling in the past, okay? So keep that in mind. Someone that's dwelling in the past is not trying to be current with you. That's a bad connection. That's a bad vibe. Stay away from that. Bad vibes give you cancer. Real talk. I guess with all that said, the last thing I can really say amongst somebody is something that's written in scripture as far as birds of a feather flock together. Yes, birds of a feather flock together. So if someone is not truly connected to you, they're just connected to that flock. There's really no other way of looking at it. And you don't want that bad vibe because that would mess up your emotion. Literally, it'll mess up your electric feelings. It'll mess up your electric motion. You will become less efficiency. You will become less efficient and you won't have that efficiency. Y'all stay blessed.